Okay, Waka, so we're on the drawing page 41, graphing square root functions. Square root transformations. F of x equals negative a square root of negative bx minus h plus k. The negative reflects over the x-axis when it's in front of a. A is greater than 1, it's a vertical stretch. When a is greater than 0 but less than 1, it's a vertical compression. When the negative is in front of the b, it reflects over the y-axis. When b is greater than 0 but less than 1, it's a horizontal stretch. When b is greater than 1, it's a horizontal compression. When it's plus h, it translates left. When it's minus h, it translates right. When it's plus k, it translates up. When it's minus k, it translates down. All right. Let's take a look at example number 1. Describe the transformations of g of x. It's a stretch horizontal by a factor of 2 and translates up by 6. Describe the transformation of g of x. G of x, it's a stretch by vertical by a factor of 6, reflects across the x-axis, translates down by 3 and left by 4. Example 3. Describe the transformation. It's compressed vertical by a factor of 1/3 and translates right by 5 and down by 2. Describe the transformation. It compresses horizontal by a factor of 1/9, reflects across the y-axis and translates right by 9. All right. Complete description of the domain and range. Okay. Now, the domain, you set greater than or equal to 0. Actually, make it easy. Just set it equal to 0. Okay. So we're going to multiply by 4. So that's 4 divided by 4 times x minus 4 equals 0. This divided becomes 1. You get x minus 4 equal to 0. Add 4 to both sides. X equals 4. So your domain is x greater than or equal to 4. Now the range is greater than or equal to this number right here, so 0. All right, go ahead and finish up example 5. All right, example 6. Okay, so domain, we set x plus 2 equal to 0. Subtract 2 from both sides, x equals negative 2. So your domain is x greater than or equal to 2, negative 2, and your range is just y greater than or equal to that number right there. All right, let's take a look at the next example. Complete the description of the domain and range. Okay, so we set negative 5, parentheses x plus 7 equal to 0. Let's divide both sides by negative 5. X plus 7 equal to 0. Subtract 7 from both sides. X equals negative 7. So your domain, now it's less than because of that negative, because of that reflection. So it's x less than or equal to negative 7. And then the range is this value. All right, go ahead and finish example 7. Let's take a look at example 8. So we said x minus 3 equal to 0. Add 3 to both sides. X equals 3. So your domain is greater than or equal to 3. And then this number is here. It's less than because of the reflection right there. All right, go and finish up example 8. All right. Graph the square root parent function and the graph function g of x equals. So let's just do these in color, so it's easy to see the difference. Okay. So, well, when x is 0, the square root of 0 is 0. When x is 1, the square root of 1 is 1. When x is 4, the square root of 4 is 2. And when x is 9, the square root of 9 is 3. So let's go ahead and graph those points. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. All right, now let's go ahead and get these points by graphing in Desmos. So I'm going to do negative square root of x plus 3. So you can use this point. That's not a good point. But that point right there is an important point. Now let's understand what's happening, okay? And let's use this. Let's do this in blue. So we were at 0, 0. Now we're saying we're at negative 3, 0. Okay, so this point, 0, 0, is now negative 3, 0. Oh, wait a second. Now, I just made a mistake, and it's important to note to pay attention, and I'm glad I made a mistake so you can see it. Okay, I forgot to move the 3 outside the square root, so I need to move to the right plus 3. Okay, that makes a big difference. Now, if you do make a mistake, again, I want to sell you on this Wildcat HEB whiteout. Ta-da, mistake gone. Okay, so easily fixed, and that could happen. So you want to make sure you're looking out for mistakes and then try to correct them if you catch them. Okay, so now we have 0, 3, and let's look at that first. So 0, 3. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Which that point makes sense because the 3, right, it went up, right? So now we know we need to go up and reflect. Okay, so now let's take a look at this point right here, 9, 0. Okay, so 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, so that's this point corresponding and this point right here. So we need to leave space for these 2 points, and this point is 9, 0. Okay, so let's figure out and understand what's happening with the transformation. It goes up 3 and we reflect. Okay, so this point went up, right, and then reflected. Okay, so this point needs to go up and then reflect, and then this point needs to go up and reflect. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2. Okay, is our next point. So 1, 2. So 1, 2. Okay, and then 4, 1 is our next point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So now you can see the graph. Okay. Describe the domain and range of g of x. Now, g of x is what we did in blue, okay? So domain is greater than or equal to 0, but the range is y less than 3. All right. We're going to finish up example 9. Start working on your assignment and have a wonderful Wildcat day.